Welcome to my page again. We have another problem on vector. This is one of the jam questions on vector. So we have the resultant of two vectors, 12 Newton and 15 Newton and 5 Newton is 13 Newton. What is the angle between the two forces? The resultant of two forces is 12 Newton. Sorry, this resultant of two forces, 12 Newton and 5 Newton is 13 Newton. What is the angle between the two forces? Now, this question you can solve it in two ways, either by inspection or by using formula. The inspection we mean there is this: since we have the two forces and their resultant, we have to check if the two forces and their resultant, if they form Pythagoras triple. If they form Pythagoras triple, then the angle between them is 90 degrees. But if they don't form Pythagoras triples, it means that the angle is not 90 degrees. Then we have to solve using formula, using cosine rule. Now, to be on a safer side, you can go straight to solve with a formula to get your angle. Whether it is Pythagoras triple or not, with the formula you still get your result. But how do we confirm if this is a Pythagoras triple? Since I've mentioned that, let me tell you what we have to do to confirm if these two forces and their resultant, if they form a Pythagoras triple. Now, assuming we are to form a triangle with three sides using these three values, 12, 5, and 12, 5, and 13, you see that if that triangle is a right angle triangle, remember we use Pythagoras theorem when we have right angle triangle. If the three sides are to form a right angle triangle, then this 13 Newton is obviously the hypotenuse. So we have to check using Pythagoras theorem if the square root of the sum of the square of 12 and the square of 5, if they will give us what, 13. If it gives us 13, that means these three forces form a Pythagoras triple. Therefore, the angle between the two forces is 90 degrees. So you can see that we have that 12 squared. We're going to check, is 13 equal to square root of 12 squared plus 5 squared? 144 plus 25 square root of 169. You can actually see that it is actually equal to 13. So that means the three of them form Pythagoras triple. That means if here is 12, here is 5, here is what? 13. So the angle between them is what? 90 degrees. Is you understood? So this is how you can solve by what? Inspection, by using Pythagoras to find out if the three forces, if they are Pythagoras triple. Okay, now let's solve using cosine rule. Now, let's say that the angle between the two vectors, let's say the angle between the two vectors is theta. We say let the angle be what? Theta. So we can see that if we have two vectors, P and Q, that are inclined at an angle of theta to each other, we can find their resultant R by using the formula R squared is equal to P squared plus Q squared minus 2PQ cos 180 minus theta. Or, sorry, you can use this, or you can also put it this way. This formula can also be written as R squared is equal to P squared plus Q squared plus 2PQ cos theta. So if you're using the angle the way it is as theta, here has to be positive. So if you're using 180 minus theta, here has to be negative. Remember, they are the same thing. So here, we are going to apply this to find the angle. So having that the resultant is 13, and the two vectors are what? 12 and 5. So let's substitute in this place. We're going to have that 13 squared is 12 squared plus 5 squared plus 2 into 12 into 5 cos theta. We're looking for the value of theta because we don't know it. So here, this is 169 is equals to 144 plus 25 plus this times this is 10, that is 120 cos theta. So you can see that this is 169 is equals to 169 plus 120 cos theta. So let's collect like terms. If you collect like terms here, you can see that 120 cos theta is 169 minus 169, and 169 minus 169 is equal to 0, right? So we have that, let's finish it up here, that 120 cos theta is equals to what? 0. So cos theta is equal to what? 0 over 120. So cos theta is equals to 0. Theta is equals to cos inverse of what? 0. So theta is equals to cos inverse of 0 is actually what? 90 degrees. So you have the same result. The angle between them is what? 90 degrees. So if you solve by inspection, you still get 90. And if you solve by using the formula cosine rule, you also get 90. So our correct answer is there. See, did you enjoy the video? Do like and share. See you in my next video. God bless you.